Hey, good morning. So today my name is Dr. Arasuraja. I'm from St. Joseph Institute of Technology. So I'm been taking the class on logistics management. So today we'll see about what is meant by logistics management. So first of all, before entering into our subject as being concerned, we should know about what is meant by logistics because today, as the price of the crude oil has been increasing day by day, you know that because the price of the crude oil been increasing day by day. What happens? So we have been forced to increase the price of all the commodities. So for this, the main essential is logistics. So how you could reduce the cost? If you're going to reduce the cost only, you could reduce the price of the product. How you could reduce it? What are the ways you could reduce it? For this, I could say that for everything, the logistics supply chain plays a vital role. So you may ask into it logistics supply chain. I could say that logistics plus supply without logistics supply chain management, you can't achieve anything. So we'll see what is the definition of logistics. I could say that logistics refers to the process of planning, implementation, and controlling the efficient, effective flow and storage of goods, service, and related information from the point of origin to the point of consumption. Point of origin to the point of consumption to meet the customer requirement. So you may ask into it, what is when the point of origin? What is when the point of origin is that it's a point where you're going to start. It's called the point of origin. And to the point of consumption, to the last interval where you're going to achieve it and to meet the customer requirement. So based on it, you could achieve your customer requirement. So logistic refers to the process of planning, implementing. So you're going to plan according to it, implement according to it, and control the efficient, effective flow and storage of goods, services, and related information where from the point of origin. The point of origin is that starting point and to the point of consumption to meet the customer requirements. So that is what is called as the definition of logistics management. So next we'll see about what is the scope. Scope is the boundary of it. So boundary, that is nothing but what we have. That is inbound logistic, outbound logistics. What is meant by inbound logistics? You may ask about inbound logistics. I could say that inbound logistic is nothing but so what is the logistic? Logistic is the movement of products from origin to destination. So what is my inbound logistic? That is, I could say that supplier supplier will be sending their raw materials to the manufacturer. Manufacturer will be manufacturing the finished goods, and this finished goods reaches to the customers and the consumers. So inbound logistic is nothing but that is the difference between from where to where, that is from supplier to manufacturer. Outbound logistic is from manufacturer to consumers. So, inbound logistics, outbound logistics. Inbound is which we are going to pull our raw materials. Outbound logistics is going we are to push our finished products to the consumers. So, inbound, outbound work. And warehousing and storage. What is meant by warehousing? I could say that warehouse is the place where you will be storing your raw materials. Warehouse is the place where you'll be storing your raw materials. So, what you'll be storing? Not only your raw material, you'll be storing everything into it. What you'll be storing into it? You'll be storing your finished goods, semi-finished goods, finished goods, semi-finished goods, raw materials being stored in your warehouse. And we have a different types of warehouse also. You know what? We have a open warehouse. It is for I could say it is used for open warehouse. I could say the openly a normal a normal, I could say that a space which has been used for manufacturing plants. Closed is used for, I could use say for ancillary, for raw materials like ancillary parts of the automobile spare parts. Vegetables, for vegetables you need cold storage warehouse. For meat you need cold storage warehouse. For ice cream you need cold storage warehouse. So what is my warehouse? Warehouse is the place where you'll be storing finished goods, semi-finished goods, and raw material. What is inventory management? Inventory is a raw materials. Having inventory, high inventory is also a problem. Having inventory, low inventory is also a problem. Have a threshold level of a inventory. Don't have high level of inventory. Don't have a low level of inventory. Have a threshold level of inventory management. So based on the inventory management, you will be going with the order processing and fulfillment. So based on it, we'll be going with the order processing. What is the order processing you could have? So you're going to based on inventory. We were saying about the storage. Based on storage, we'll be having an inventory. Based on the inventory, you'll be processing your order. So that is, for example, if you're going to take an Amazon or Flipkart or Meesho, what does they do it? So you will be ordering of any products. What does you order? If you're going to order any products, how does it start? If you're going to order, you'll be seeing the features of a product. Next, you'll be ordering a product. After ordering the product, after the payment, your product is going to deliver to the customers. So that's what I could say. The complete fulfillment at times. So and the packaging and material handling. Packaging and material handling. What is really packaging? I could say that packaging plays a vital role. We have a different types of packaging: primary packaging, tertiary packaging, secondary, tertiary packaging. So packaging plays a vital because when you're going to transport your products from one place to another, that is from origin to destination, it should not get damaged itself. So it should not get damaged packaging. And you're going to handle how you could be handling a material. This material handling can be done by using forklifts, hand pallets, hoist, cranes, etc. So next we have a distribution delivery process. So I could say that for distribution delivery process, for this I could say that today, in this scenario, in this competitive world, to a blanket which has been rocking in Chennai everywhere, they're going to deliver your products within 8 minutes span of time. They're going to deliver it. The distribution and delivery happens within 8 minutes span of time. So really, we have been astonished to see it. They're going to deliver within 8 minutes span of time. Everything for groceries A to Z, even Misho is also following it. Geomart is also following it. They can deliver everything. And we have a reverse logistic. When does this reverse logistic happens? When does this reverse logistic happen? A reverse logistic happens. Reverse logistic happens when your product is got damaged, when your product is being sent by the customers. Return, when they're going to return your products, again you have to send them. That is what I could say is the reverse logistics. We have logistic information system. What is one way logistic information system? Logistic information system is nothing but I could say that today in this modern scenario and a technical world, I could say a techie world, sticky word. We have been going, everything is integrated. It has been integrated with the software. We have a different type of software towards it. We have a different type of software towards it. So what does we have? So we are going to integrate with it using an enterprise resource plan. Based on this enterprise resource planning, with a logistic information system, you could make your work so simple, so easy. And you're going to coordinate with supply chain and marketing. You're going to coordinate with what? Supply chain and the marketing towards. So you're going to coordinate with the supply chain and marketing. So because you may ask into with supply chain, again we'll see what is with supply chain. Just first we will see logistics, then we'll see supply chain. So what are the functions of logistics? Main is the transportation, warehousing, inventory management, order processing, material handling, packaging, inventory flow, which we have been seeing in this scope also. Transportation, we have a different mode of transportation today in India has been concerned. It may be of airways, roadways, railways, waterways. In our modern India, today we have, you know what, metro, and we have been working on hyperloop also, and bullet train is also, which they have been started the work. I hope that within the shots within next 10 years, surely in our modern India, we would be having a hyperloop as well as a bullet train, so that the traveling distance is being shortened. Next, we have a warehousing. What is one day warehousing? Warehousing is nothing but storing goods efficiently until it is needed. You're going to store your goods efficiently. Store your goods efficiently until it is needed. So, what warehouse? What you'll be storing your warehouse? Again, I've been said you'll be storing your raw materials. Raw materials, finished goods, semi-finished goods is being stored in, and we have a different type of warehouse: open warehouse, closed warehouse, cold storage warehouse. Is it clear? Based on the products which you can handle, the types of warehouse varies. And we have order processing. Order processing, you're going to receive your order, handle it, fulfill it, and customer order towards. Based on the receiving your order should be in a proper condition, handle in a proper way, fulfill it. So you're going to fulfill what is the customer order, what they're going to order based on it. We will go. So material handling, because material handling, this is the heart of our function of logistics. You're going to handle the material because we have a different types of material handling machines, like four pallets, four pallet. So we have hand pallets, forklifts, hoist, cranes, and etc. So safe and efficient movement of goods within a facility. Safe and efficient movement of goods within a facility. That's what I could say is the material handling towards. And we have a packaging. What is my packaging? Protecting goods during transit and handling. We're going to protect the goods during transit and handling towards it. So this is what, and also in our packaging we have primary packaging, secondary packaging, tertiary packaging. Primary, secondary, and tertiary packaging. So for this, we need information flow management. Without our information flow management, that's what I've been said it. In a modern tech, in this techie world, we have been going with our that is what AI, IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and goes on. So this makes today when you're going to travel Ola and Uber, you could easily track where you have been going. This makes your work so simple, so easy. So accurate and timely data sharing to the customer. And I could give a commitment to the customer that your product has been delivered at this time, at this place, without a damage. The information flow towards it. That is what I could say as the information flow management. We have objectives. What is the main objectives? So I could say that right product is at the right quantity, at the right time, to the right place, at the right condition, at the right cost. Provide the right product in the right quantity, at the right time, to the right place, in the right condition, at the right cost. That is my main objective of the logistics. Just see the right product which you have been ordered. It's at right quantity, the right time, the right place, the right condition, the right cost. It is being delivered towards. So we are going to have minimize the total logistic cost towards it. That is all, because the main thing everyone is depend on logistics. Without logistics, you can't do anything. In our India, the price of the crude oil has been increasing day by day. What happens towards it? If it has been increasing, we have to minimize the price of the product. How you could minimize the price of the product? What are the ways you could reduce it? That is why we have been going with logistics and supply chain. I could say that in all the organization we have logistics supply chain. So I could minimize the total logistic cost towards it and improve the customer satisfaction and service level. So, and I have to satisfy the customer satisfaction. So how I could satisfy? If it's going to get the product at the right time, at the right place, at the right price, surely get satisfied at the service level also. So, to ensure fast, reliable order fulfillment. Fast, reliable order fulfillment. So, you're going to ensure it. It's been fast and it has been reliable that your order has been reaching there. So, support the production and marketing operations. Support production and marketing operations. Because without logistics supply chain management, no production happens, no marketing operation occurs towards it. But we have to be flexible and responsive for our supply chains. So this is what a main objectives of it. We have next. So we were taking about logistics. Again, I say, what is mean logistics? Logistic is nothing but what is that? Movement of products from where to where, from origin to destination. But what is known as supply chain management? Supply chain management is the coordination and integration of all activities. What are activities? It is sourcing, procurement, conversion, and logistic management process. So it involves all the activities towards it of sourcing, procurement, conversion, and logistic management process. So you're going to have a source where you're going to get this product with a less price with good quantity, less price with good quantity. Procure it, buy from them. So you're going to convert from there, you're going to send to the customer who needs it through logistics supply chain management. So how are you going to do it? Plan, manage it. Plan and management of all activities in sourcing. What is in sourcing? The raw materials, production, and distribution of finished goods to the final customers towards it. And SCM is a cross-functional. So I could say that this logistics comes under supply chain. Supply chain management is a ocean, but logistics comes under the supply chain. SCM is a cross-functional approach that integrates suppliers, manufacturers, warehouses, distributors, retailers, and customer into a seamless network and customers into a seamless network to improve service level. You're going to improve a service level how? By reducing the cost. First is that reducing the cost. We have to reduce the time also. Reducing the cost, reducing the time, and enhancing the competitive advantage towards it. Enhancing the competitive advantage towards it. So we'll see about definition of supply chain management. Again, I'll say logistic, that is movement of products from where to where, origin to destination. Supply chain is end-to-end process. It is everything. That is what? Where from where? Sourcing, procurement, conversion, and all logistic management activities. Sourcing, which I mean said, you're going to source that where you're going to get this product, where you're going to get your products. So you're going to source your product. From sourcing it, you're going to procure it, you're going to buy it in the large manner. Sourcing, and you're going to procure it, and you're going to conversion and logistic management. You're going to convert all this management activities. How? This includes coordination and collaboration with your channel partners. Who are they? I could say that distributor, wholesaler, retailer. This is what I could say as the channel partners. They're called as the what? Who are they? They are the channel partners. From where to where? I could say that you're going to start. The supplier will be sending their raw materials to the manufacturer. Manufacturer will be sending the finished product to the customers. So, manufacturer, what is this manufacturer? Wholesaler, retailer, distributor, next to the customers. This is what is called the channel. So now I hope that now we have been clear with what is meant by supply chain. So again, I'll say supply chain management encompasses the planning and management of all activities involved in what has been involved in sourcing and procurement conversion. Sourcing, sourcing and procurement conversion and all logistics management activities. It also includes coordination and collaboration with the channel partners. So that is what is called as the supply chain management. And also we have about the key objectives of supply chain management. So what is it with this key objectives? First, we have to satisfy the customers. Cost efficiency, flexibility and responsiveness, competitive advantage, sustainable. So how you will be satisfying the customer, which have been said before itself, delivering the right product at right time, the right quantity with the right quality. If you're going to deliver the right product at the right time, with the right quantity, with the right quality, surely the customer gets satisfied and he gets delighted. He get delighted. He'll be so happy towards it. So surely he'll be preferred to buy a product from next time from you. For this, I could say today, Blanket in Chennai is famous and everyone prefer to buy product from Blanket. Customer satisfaction, cost efficiency. If you're going to buy a product, what happened? So we would be seeing it how you could reduce the operational cost. Today, that is why we have been going. Everyone prefer to buy a product e-commerce. Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, Tindercats, etc. etc. goes on. Optimize the resource and minimize the operational cost. Flexibility and responsiveness. Flexibility and responsiveness. Go to flexible. Adapt quickly to market change and customer demands. Adapt quickly to market change and customer demands. Competitive advantage. We have a competitive advantage. What is with this competitive? Because we have today competitors. So you should be unique from others. How you could be unique from others? So improve the market positioning. Improve the market positioning through the better coordination and the service which is being provided by the supply chain management. Improve the market positioning through better coordination, the service which has been provided by our supply chain management. And sustainable, reduce the environmental impact and improve the social responsibility towards it. We should not affect environment. That is why today we have been going with our battery vehicles, electrical vehicles, because our environment, our pollution is not get polluted. So for this, the same thing. What are the components of supply chain management? We have a planning, plan properly, source it, manufacturing, logistics, return. Plan. What is going to be this planning towards it? Strategy, development to the balance the demand and supply. So demand. So based on the demand and supply, you're going to plan according to that. So you're going to source your product from where you're going to buy it. That is what I could say, that selecting suppliers and managing suppliers relations. Selecting suppliers and managing supplier relationship. And we are going to go over the manufacturing. So what is you are going to do? What scheduling? What is my schedule? Schedule is nothing but the time frame for it. Quality. What is my quality? Quality is nothing but fitness to use, which has been defined by Joseph M. Juran. So quality is that the fitness to use. Your quality should be maintained. So managing your production schedules, that is your time frame, and the quality control. And the logistics. I've been said, what is my logistic? Is the movement of product from origin to destination. Origin is the place where you're going to start, destination where you're going to reach towards. So managing the transportation, we have a different modes of transportation: roadways, railways, waterways. That is using a ship, which you have been using it. And today in the modern India, we have been trying to implement with our bullet train and hyperloop. So if we are going to implement this, I could say that we could reduce the time, could save our time towards it, and you could reduce the cost also. So, and warehousing, what you're going to store in your warehouse? Raw materials, finished goods, semi-finished goods, this is being stored. The distribution, how does this distribution happen? That is from manufacturer to the consumers. This distribution happens. It may be a retailer, distributors. So based on this distribution happens to us. Our ultimate goal is to reduce the cost. If we could reduce the cost, we could reduce the price. How you could reduce the cost? What are the ways you could reduce the time? Next, we have returns. What is meant by a return? Handling the defective or excess product, reverse loss. So if this return happens, it is a huge loss for the company. If your product gets damaged when it's going to deliver, what happens to it? Again, they will call you. Again, they will return. The process is goes on. It's an end-to-end process. So we have to avoid it. How you could avoid it? That's what is being said here. What is the importance of it? Just see. Enhance the operation. I could enhance our operational efficiency. You could enhance your operational efficiency. You could achieve it. You could reduce the waste and inventory cost towards it. So waste, we have different type of waste and inventory cost towards the time. Could reduce the waste time and the inventory cost. So customer service, and automatically you will be having a good. The customer will be loyal towards you, and facilitates globalization through the better coordination. So we should have a good coordination towards it. Encourage the collaboration and innovation across the networks. So that's what I could say, that today what is Blinkit do? What Blinkit? Blinkit has been delivering the products within 8 minutes, approximately maximum 10 minutes, minimum of 8 minutes of time span. They're going to deliver all your groceries within 8 minutes span of time. Today they have been rocking based on it. GeoMart has been doing it. Misho is also doing it. Everyone has been following this network within, because the fastest delivery which they have been delivering through this groceries. So also we have a challenges also in the supply chain. What are the main important challenges? Just see. We have a demand variability, disruptions, high logistic costs, global complexity, environmental concerns, demand variability. Demand. Based on the demand, we have to see that how much products you're going to what? That is handle it. Based on the demand only, you could reduce the cost of it. If demand is high, you could reduce the cost. If demand is less, you can't reduce the cost. Based on the demand, go ahead towards it. Supply disruptions. Surely we have different disruptions. We have disruption. How? We don't get that is persons for loading and unloading towards it. Labors for it. That is the main. That is why we have been everyone. We have been going with the machines like hoist, cranes, forklifts, hand pallets. Because if you could have a modern logistics, the cost will be high, but you could save a time. You could achieve your efficiency towards it. So that would have a high logistic cost. Now, global complexity and environmental concerns. This plays vital role. Environmental concern because we should not affect our environment. So because of the crude oil, maybe of a petrol and diesel, in fact, it affects the pollution. What happens in Delhi today? You can't even breathe. We can't even live over there. So that is why government is also central government and state government. Most of the state government they've been taking several steps to come out with the electrical vehicles. If you're going to come out with the electrical vehicles, what happens? We could reduce the pollutions and the demand for the petrol and diesel reduces. That is what I've been saying. And we have to take care of our even our environmental concerns also. We have a technology which have been said. The same technology I could say that ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. We have IoT, we have AI, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and predictive. You're going to predict for better visibility and control. You're going to predict it. What happens? You're going to forecast it. What happens tomorrow? You're going to predict it by today itself. What happens tomorrow? What is the demand forecast for it? So how are you going to determine your cost? How are you going to determine it? What are ways you're going to determine it? You have to predict it. Without prediction, you can't do anything. Tomorrow, if for example, if you're going to forecast that the price of a diesel increases, you have to increase your price automatically. The based on it only you have to give your quotation to your customers. The code which you have been giving to the customer should be maintained over there. So that is why we have been going with the trends in supply chain management. The trends in supply chain management. We have green supply chain, train a modern. That is what we have been going with. We have been trying to implement it. If you are going to try and implement this green supply chain management, we have a good, wonderful India without pollutions. Agile, and that is what I could say that you could be flexible with the lean practices. We could reduce the waste towards it. That is of digitization and automation, digitalization. Today I could say that everywhere we have been going with digitalization and automation. If you're going with digitalization automation, you could reduce the time, the cost to resilient and sustainable supply chain towards. You could achieve your target, you could achieve your efficiency towards. We have a difference between logistics supply chain. So I've been said logistics comes under supply. Supply chain is a ocean and logistics comes under supply chain. What does everything do? In supply chain, I could say that packaging, inventory management, vehicle routing, everything comes under supply chain. So we'll see the scope of it. That's a part of supply chain, but supply chain is a broader concept. Where does it going to focus on? In a logistic, transportation, storage, delivery. We could be mainly focusing on transportation, storage, delivery. But in supply chain, with integration of all supply chain, you can integrate all your supply chain activities towards. Your objective is timely delivery and cost efficiency. Supply chain is being concerned end-to-end optimization of the supply chain towards. How does this flow manage? goods and information flow towards it. We have a good goods, information flow towards it. But here, goods, information, your finance flow. Have to check whether your payment is being reached or not. What are the different types of payment? No. What are the ways you're going to use it? Whether it's being reached to you or not. It is internal, it is a company specific, it is a multi-organization specific, that's in supply chain. So here we have warehousing, transportation. But here in supply chain, it is that's what I've been saying, it is end-to-end process. Sourcing, procurement, logistics, sourcing, procurement, and planning, and it goes from components to components. We have a goals towards it. What is we are going to follow in our goals towards it? Customer satisfaction through delivery. You're going to satisfy your customer towards it, and we're going to have a competitive advantage to the coordination. So, customer value chain. What is with this customer value chain? So, our main ultimate goal is that satisfying the customer needs. How you could satisfy your customer needs? What are the ways you could satisfy your customer needs towards? So I could say that they have been saying here simple way value created and captured minus cost of creating that value is the margin of. Again, I will repeat it. Just see here. Value created and captured minus cost creating that value is the margin towards it. How does we have a value chain? A value chain is a set of activities that can create value for the customers. How? So I have to make a work so simple, so easy by having a value added service. What is this value added service? That is when your product gets delivered to the customer, you get a message towards it. Where is your product at present? What is the movement of your product? What is your consignment now? So this is what I could say as the customer value chain. For this, I could say that we have a value added. So this what is meant by this was value added logistics service. So what this includes, which have been said, labeling, tagging, label your raw materials, tag your raw materials, assembly, kitting. You're going to assemble it. Based on it, sort it. Sort that what I could say is kitting towards customer packaging. We have towards two packaging towards it. For customer, we have customer packaging. For industry, we have industrial packaging towards it. Custom packaging. Product customize. You're going to customize based on the product. What does customer needs? Based on the customer, you're going to customize your product towards it. You're going to package towards it. For example, if you're going to say that if you could order a product in Meesho or Blanket or Tendercuts, you say that I need this specific product with this customization. For example, if you're going to order a product in Tendercuts, you'll be saying that I need country chicken with a leg piece without skin. How are you going to say customize your product? No, that is what the product customization. What it is a product customization. Quality checks. I've been said quality is nothing but quality is a what? Quality is nothing but fitness to use quality checks and inspections. Reverse logistic and return management. Reverse logistics and return management. Repair, that what I could say goes with the reverse logistics. So we'll see about what is when way this elements in Porter's value chain. So when you're going to see this Porter's value chain, focus on the systems, how inputs change into the output purchased by the consumer. How this input is changed into output. How this input is changed into output purchased by the consumer. How? Using the viewpoints. So what does we have this value chain? Just see it. Can you see it? Find it? The firm's infrastructure, human resource management, technology development, procurement. Again, I'll repeat it. Firm infrastructure, human resource management, technology development, procurement. We have inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, service. Inbound, operations, outbound, marketing, sales, service. To achieve our margin. What are these primary activities happen? Inbound, operation, outbound, marketing, sales, service. Inbound is that is from suppliers will be selling their raw materials to the manufacturer inbound. It's been coming inside the operation. Operation, you're going to transform it plus service, which you're going to give it to the customers. What is my outbound? Outbound is that is from manufacturer to customers. How this distribution happens? What are the ways this distribution happens towards? What mode of transportation is going to happen towards? Marketing sales. Because marketing sales plays because we have to achieve our marketing sales. How creative, innovative your product is being there. So what does they going to do? But the service which you have been giving to the customer's point of view. We have a supporting activities also. What are the supporting activities? We have procurement, that is your purchasing, human resource management, technological development, infrastructure. Procurement is nothing but a purchasing. You're going to purchase your raw materials, human resource management, technology development, infrastructure. Procurement, what is you going to do in a procurement? That is something where this includes finding vendors and negotiating best prices. You're going to negotiate with the best prices. And we have been going with our human resource management because companies should recruit, it should hire, trains, motivate, rewards, and retain its workers towards it. They have to retain the work. So that is why they could have a clear advantage with a good HR practices. We have a technological development. What does this have? That is today with AI, IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence, technology development towards it. Infrastructure, with good infrastructure towards it. So this is what I could say that, and we have a role of logistics and competitive strategy towards it. How? The main thing is that cost leadership. You're going to have a better cost leadership towards it. With differentiation, with focus on niche strategy, agility and flexibility, with a global reach towards it. Cost leadership. Efficient logistic lowers the operation because this plays vital role. We have to reduce the cost. We could reduce the cost. We could reduce the price. How you could reduce the cost? What are the ways you could reduce the cost? That is where we have been working towards. So faster. How you have been differentiated from others? Faster delivery with a better service, with customization that is creating a value towards your product. By creating a customization that is of creating value towards your product. You're going to focus on niche strategy that is targeting logistics service for specific customer segment. Targeting logistics service for specific customer segments. How you can focus niche, particular focus on particular thing, a particular segment towards agility and flexibility. Don't be too much of agile, flexible, quick response to the market change. Change according to the market. The taste of the customer changes. They won't be the taste of customer won't be the same thing to the last. It will be changing towards it. Quick response to market change and customer needs. Global reach, supporting international trade with effective supply chain logistics. Customer service and logistics. What is we have a customer service? Main thing is that customer service logistics is the ability of a firm delivery of a products and service at the right place, right time, right condition, enhancing the customer satisfaction. You're going to enhance your customer satisfaction. How? So the based on this element, you're going to achieve it. Product availability, product availability, order cycle time, consistency and reliability, ease of ordering, real time tracking, return and complaint handling, personalized support tools, product availability, order cycle time, consistency and reliability, easy of ordering, real time tracking, return and complaint handling, personalized support. Based on it, you could achieve your customer service. So, without the order product availability, you can't order your product. Without your order cycle time, you can't order your product. So the cycle time, when it's going to deliver your product, where they have been sourced, where they have been procuring your product, what is the price of it? So what is the consistency and reliability? The reliability towards the reliability and how it has been user friendly, the which you have been using towards it. Easy of ordering towards it. The real time tracking, you're going to track each and everything. Stage by stage tracking towards it. The return and complaint handling. The return and complaint, because this is what I could say that where your reverse logistic happens to us, where your reverse logistic happens to. You're going to support in a personalized way that your target is achieved. So that customer's been delighted, customer's been happy towards you. So today we have been seeing what is my logistics, what is my supply chain, what are the functions, what are the objectives, how it can achieve. Okay, thank you.